Hello everyone, welcome to this episode that deals with the rules of grammar. In this episode, we will talk about the tenses, part 3. This topic, the tense, was divided into 3 episodes. In the previous episode, we had talked about the past indefinite, past continuous and past perfect tense, their various forms and uses. This episode will deal with the past perfect continuous and future tense. We shall also discuss their forms, grammatical structure and usages. I am Sakshi Mandwal and our subject expert is Sabaa Tariq, lecturer for English at Jamia Hamdard. In today's session, we are going to cover the various forms and uses of past perfect continuous, simple future, future continuous, future perfect and future perfect continuous tense, their forms and uses. The grammatical structure of past perfect continuous, simple future, future continuous, future perfect and future perfect continuous tense. The direct relationship between grammatical structure and the real life uses of these tenses. To consolidate students' knowledge of the basic structure and content of these tenses. Past perfect continuous tense. The past perfect continuous tense is used to refer to the duration of a past action that went on till a particular time in the past. It gives information about the continuity of a longer action among 2 or more actions or events in the past. For example, Shireen's brother had been preparing to go to bed when she reached home. Notice that in the above sentence, 2 past actions are mentioned. 1. Shireen's coming back home. 2. Shireen's brother is preparing to go to bed. The second action started sometime before Shireen's return and was still in progress when she returned. Here the past perfect continuous tense is used to refer to the continuity of one of the past actions. Here are some more examples. The telephone had been ringing for 5 minutes but there was no one to attend it. I met Bali at the bus stop. He had been waiting for his bus for half an hour, he said. The underlined verbs in the sentences are in the past perfect continuous tense. The form of the verb is had been plus verb plus ing. Uses of past perfect continuous tense. A. Our football team had been winning the annual tournament until last year. He had been teaching vocal music for 15 years when he lost his voice and had to retire. She said that she had been looking for you for the last 1 hour. Please meet her at once. In these sentences, the past perfect tense expresses an action or event that had begun and was going on up to a given point of time in the past. This tense bears the same relation to the past perfect tense that the present perfect continuous bears to the present perfect. Note that you can use time expressions such as since and for with past perfect continuous tense as you do with the present perfect continuous tense. Another important point to be remembered is while past perfect tense is used for completed actions in the past perfect continuous is to be used for continued actions in the past tense. For example, we had eaten dinner, past perfect tense. We had been eating dinner when the phone rang, past perfect continuous tense. B. The past perfect continuous tense is used to refer to an action that started before another action in the past and was either in progress or had just ended when the second action took place. It gives you the answer of how long. For example, I had been waiting for you in the lounge for 3 hours. I came back just now. She had been watching the television for 2 hours. She went to sleep right now. C. It is used to show the cause of something that happened in the past. For example, there was no transport available in the city yesterday. The drivers had been observing a transport strike. There was no electricity in our area last night. All of us had been very restless because of it. Formation of past perfect continuous tense. Positive form. In this tense, the subject is followed by had been to be further followed by the ing form of the verb. It had been raining since morning. It had been raining for 2 hours. Negative form. In negative sentences, not is placed after had. It had not been raining since morning. It had not been raining for 2 hours. Interrogative form. In interrogative sentences, had is used in the beginning of the sentence. Had it been raining since morning? Had it been raining for 2 hours? Negative interrogative form. We make negative interrogative of this tense by shifting had in the negative sentence to the beginning of the sentence. Had it not been raining since morning? Had it not been raining for 2 hours?
Future tense. We use will to talk about the future. For example, the meeting will begin at 2 p.m. Coffee will be available in the evening. We can use shall instead of will in statements about the future with I and we. For example, when I retire, I shall have more time for my research. The stronger we are, the more we shall be able to help others.
Future tense. English has verb forms for the present and past tenses and for the perfect and progressive tenses, but not for expressing future time. Instead, there are several ways of expressing future time in English. One of these ways is to use shall or will with the bare form of the verb. Shall come, will go, etc. These forms shall, will plus verb are commonly referred to as the future tense. For example, I shall return your notebook on Monday. They will come to meet you tomorrow. They will help us in our work. If you do not prepare well for your exams, you will fail. Tomorrow they will be going back. He will be joining his new job from next Monday. I shall have completed all my assignments by 10 p.m. The half-yearly exams will be held in December. The class will have completed 10 lessons by then. He will have been struggling hard by the time he retires. All the above written sentences are the examples of future tense. The future tense is divided into 4 following parts. 1. Simple future tense. 2. Future continuous tense. 3. Future perfect tense. And 4. Future perfect continuous tense. Simple future tense. Simple future tense refers to an action or a state of being that has not taken place at the time of speaking and is thought or predicted or expected to take place at a certain time in future. For example, I shall help you with your work tomorrow. He will travel with you to the USA. Uses of simple future tense. A. The simple future is used to express an action which we think or believe will take place in the future. For example, Maria will come here tomorrow. I shall reach there at 3:30 p.m. They will surely help us. She will become a good dancer. B. This tense is used to talk about things we do not control. Look at the following sentences. It will be summer in a couple of months. He will be 18 next year. He will retire from his job in January. C. To talk about general truths and to say what I expected to happen in a particular situation. For example, when there is a war, many people will die. If you do not work hard, you will fail. If she comes early in the morning, we shall go to the market. D. To express a voluntary action on the part of the speaker. For example, he says that he will act as a volunteer at the fair. E. To make a promise. I will buy you the ticket for the show. She says that she will give me a surprise gift on my birthday. The future is expressed in all these sentences with shall or will plus the bare form of the verb. Shall is used with the first person I and we, and will is used with the second and third persons. Note, however, that in current usage, will is widely used with the first person to express the simple future, while shall is generally used when the subject of the sentence is in the first person and greater emphasis is attached to this action. For example, I shall attend the seminar. Will is used more extensively. It can be used in both formal and informal contexts. Look at the following sentences. I will drop by your place tomorrow. Will the bookshop be open tomorrow? We will come to your house in the evening. Formation of the simple future tense. Positive form. This tense is formed by using will or shall before the first form of the verb. For example, I shall solve all problems soon. He will solve all problems soon. Negative form. In negative sentences, not is placed after shall or will. I shall not solve all problems soon. He will not solve all problems soon. Interrogative form. In interrogative sentences, shall or will is used in the beginning of each sentence. Shall I solve all problems soon? Will he solve all problems soon? Negative interrogative form. We make negative interrogative of this tense by shifting shall or will in the negative sentence to the beginning of the sentence. Shall I not solve all problems soon? Will he not solve all problems soon?
Future continuous. We use future continuous to talk about an activity or event going on at a particular time or over a particular period in the future. For example, I will be saying more about the topic in my next presentation.
Look at these sentences. Please have lunch with me. I'm sorry, Mr. Gopal has asked me to lunch and he will be waiting for me. The underlined verb is in the future continuous tense. The form is shall or will plus be plus verb plus ing. Uses of future continuous tense. Here are some uses of future continuous tense. My brother will be taking his IS selection examination next month. A fresh stock of saris will be arriving next week. I shall be returning next month. A. In the above written sentences, the future continuous is used to express an event that is expected to take place in the normal course. It is less definite than the present continuous tense. For example, we are seeing the Chief Minister tomorrow. We will be seeing the Chief Minister tomorrow. Less definite. The first sentence implies some deliberate arrangements on the part of the speakers. The second suggests no such arrangement. It suggests something that is expected to happen. Similarly, we will ask Dr. James to examine mother. We will be asking Dr. James to examine mother. The first sentence expresses a deliberate intention. The second is a mere statement of what will happen as a matter of routine. B. When I reach Shimla, it will be snowing there. At this time tomorrow, you will be flying across the Atlantic. In these sentences, the future continuous expresses actions that will be in progress at a given point of time in the future. Formation of future continuous tense. Positive form. In this tense, the subject is followed by shall be or will be to be further followed by the ing form of the verb. I shall be returning next month. He will be returning next month. Negative form. In negative sentences, not is used after shall or will. I shall not be returning next month. He will not be returning next month. Interrogative form. In interrogative sentences, shall or will is placed at the beginning of the sentence. Shall I be returning next month? Will he be returning next month? Negative interrogative form. We make negative interrogative of this tense by shifting shall or will in the negative sentence to the beginning of the sentence. Shall I not be returning next month? Will he not be returning next month?
Future perfect. We use the future perfect to say that something will be ended, completed, or achieved by a particular point in the future. For example, I shall have finished this book by the middle of next month. The train will have left by the time you reach the station. The match will have finished before we reach the stadium.
Look at these sentences. I shall have typed all the letters by 6 p.m. He will have completed all his assignments by tomorrow. I shall have done my homework by 4 p.m. He will have left for Agra by Monday. The underlined verbs are in future perfect tense. The form of the verb is shall or will plus have plus past participle of the verb. A. I shall have finished this book by the middle of next month. The train will have left by the time you reach the station. The verb in each of these sentences expresses an action which is expected to be completed by a certain time in the future. B. You will have read about the Wright brothers who invented the aeroplane, said the teacher. You will have heard about our plans for the diamond jubilee of a college, said the lecturer. Note that the future perfect tense is used in such sentences to express not the future, but the speaker's belief that something has taken place. For example, that the students have read The Bright Brothers in the first sentence above, and that the students have heard about the plans for the Diamond Jubilee in the second sentence. Formation of future perfect tense. Positive form. In this tense, the subject is followed by shall have or will have, to be further followed by the past participle form of the verb. I shall have done my homework by 4 p.m. He will have left for Agra by Monday. Negative form. In negative sentences, not is used after shall or will. I shall not have done my homework by 4 p.m. He will not have left for Agra by Monday. Interrogative form. In interrogative sentences, shall or will is shifted at the beginning of the sentence. Shall I have done my homework by 4 p.m.? Will he have left for Agra by Monday? Negative interrogative form. We make negative interrogative of this tense by shifting shall or will in the negative sentence to the beginning of the sentence. Shall I not have done my homework by 4 p.m.? Will he not have left for Agra by Monday?
Future perfect continuous. We use the future perfect continuous to emphasize how long something has been going on by a particular point in the future. For example, on Saturday, we will have been living in this house for a year. Next year, I will have been working in this organization for 25 years.
Future perfect continuous tense indicates an ongoing event that will be completed by a certain point in the future. The duration of the action is usually specified in time expression with for or since. The point at which the action will complete often is stated in the simple present tense in a subordinate clause introduced by when and or by the time. For example, the party will have been going for ages by the time we arrive. In just half an hour from now, we will have been working for 14 hours straight. He will have been studying and practicing medicine for over 10 years when he finally completes his residency next month. By March, we will have been using the new system for a full year. I shall have been working for 3 days. He will have been struggling hard by the time he retires. They will have been suffering for a decade by the end of the century. Formation of future perfect continuous tense. Positive form. In this tense, the subject is followed by shall have been or will have been, to be further followed by the ing form of the verb. I shall have been working for 3 days. It will have been raining since morning. Negative form. In negative sentences, not is used after shall or will. I shall not have been working for 3 days. It will not have been raining since morning. Interrogative form. In interrogative sentences, shall or will is used in the beginning of the sentence. Shall I have been working for 3 days? Will it have been raining since morning? Negative interrogative form. We make negative interrogative of this tense by shifting shall or will in the negative sentence to the beginning of the sentence. Shall I not have been working for 3 days? Will it have been raining since morning? The future perfect continuous tense not to be used much in either spoken or written English. Future time reference without the future form of the verb. Apart from these, there are certain other ways also of expressing the future which are more common nowadays. Look at the points now. Going to form of the future. It is a special form of the future and it is often used in modern English. It expresses the intention to perform a certain action in the future. It may also express that a certain event will happen quite soon. Here we use be going to followed by an infinitive. I am going to attend a wedding tomorrow. She is going to seek admission in a college. We are going to have a good time. He is going to be punished. The students are to be taken on a picnic. I am going to buy a bicycle. If he doesn't apologize, I am not going to excuse him. Look at the dark clouds. It is going to rain. Be about to and be due to. We can also use be due to and be about to refer to planned future events that we expect to happen soon. They are followed by infinitive clauses. He is due to start his business soon. The work is due to be completed by the end of the year. He is about to start his business. The work is about to be completed. The train is about to leave. The chief minister is about to speak. This construction be about to plus verb expresses events whose happening is imminent, that is, which are likely to happen in a very short while. Is, are, am followed by an infinitive. This is also a popular form of expressing future. Look at the following sentences. He is to come tomorrow. They are to meet me at the bus stop. I am to be at a meeting at 5 o'clock. There is to be an inquiry into the railway accident. He is to preside over this year's college day. In these sentences, the form be plus to plus the bare form of the verb is used to express a duty or necessity or planned course of action in the future. Simple present form of the verb. We also use the simple present tense for future references. Look at the following sentences. Our cricket team leaves for Mumbai this evening. They play 2 matches in Mumbai. They play 1 at Pune. They return next Monday. In these sentences, simple present tense is used to express a series of intended, planned actions in the future. Present continuous form of the verb. Sometimes we use the present continuous tense for future references. Look at these sentences. The director of collegiate education is visiting the college tomorrow. She is coming next week. They are planning to hold a meeting next month. The college team is playing a football match with the town team next Sunday. Here the present continuous tense is used to express a future event. Usually the time is mentioned, tomorrow, next Sunday, etc. and it is in the near future. This way of expressing the future is very common in English. The verbs go and come, however, can be used without any time expression. For example, we are going for a walk. Are you coming with me? Note that the verbs go and come are not usually used with going to. We don't say, he is going to come here tomorrow. We say, he is coming here tomorrow. We don't say, he is going to go to Mumbai tomorrow. We say, he is going to Mumbai tomorrow. Errors in the use of tenses. Sometimes the students get confused in the usage of tenses and they make a lot of mistakes. Here are some examples of common errors which are generally made by the students while speaking or writing English. A. The simple past is often used wrongly for the present perfect tense as incorrect. I did not write the letter yet. Correct? I have not written the letter yet. Incorrect. I did not hear from her for a month. Correct. I have not heard from her for a month. Incorrect. I lived in Madras since 1952. Correct. I have lived in Madras since 1952. B. The present or past perfect is often used wrongly for the simple past tense as incorrect. Columbus has discovered America. Correct. Columbus discovered America. Incorrect. The Mughals have won the Battle of Panipat. Correct. The Mughals won the Battle of Panipat. Incorrect. The servant has not come when called. Correct. The servant did not come when called. C. The present perfect, since it denotes the present time, cannot be connected with an adverb or any word that expresses past time generally or a definite point of past time. As incorrect. I have written a letter to him yesterday. Correct. I wrote a letter to him yesterday. Incorrect. A new theatre has been started last Tuesday. Correct. A new theatre was started last Tuesday. Incorrect. I have finished my work last evening. Correct. I finished my work last evening. Incorrect. The old man has died of cold last night. Correct. The old man died of cold last night. D. The past perfect is often used wrongly for the simple past tense as incorrect. I had written a letter to her yesterday. Correct. I wrote a letter to her yesterday. Incorrect. We had gone to the cinema last night. Correct. We went to the cinema last night. E. The simple past is often used wrongly for the past perfect as incorrect. The train left before we reached the station. Correct. The train had left before we reached the station. Incorrect. The patient died before the doctor arrived. Correct. The patient had died before the doctor arrived. F. The past perfect or past perfect continuous and not the simple past or past continuous is used to express something that continued up to a past time after beginning at a still earlier time as incorrect. He told me that she was ill for 6 days. Correct. He told me that she had been ill for 6 days. Incorrect. He was fasting for 6 weeks when the doctor came. Correct. He had been fasting for 6 weeks when the doctor came. G. The simple future is often used wrongly for the future perfect as incorrect. He will reach home before the sun will set. Correct one is, he will have reached home before the sun sets. Conclusion. Thus, in this episode, we have talked about the extensive uses of the past perfect continuous tense, simple future, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous tense. After this episode, the student should comprehend the accurate usage of these tenses. They should also become skilled at which tense is to be used in a specified situation so that they are able to employ the tenses appropriately and they can dispose of their hesitation while speaking and writing English. That's all that we have for you for today. We hope you found this session useful. Thank you and goodbye.